guys, welcome back to my channel, or hello and welcome if you are new here. My name is Chloe Swift. I'm a professional hairstylist and hair care expert. Today I wanted to bring you a video all about day 2, day 3, day 4, day whatever it is, hairstyles. So those days where ideally you do really need a hair wash, but you just want to extend it maybe one further day and you just want like a nice little hairstyle that can keep you going on the interim. That's what we're doing today. I am dealing with day 3 hair. My hair actually doesn't really get greasy, like my scalp doesn't overproduce sebum. I would definitely not go any longer than day 3 anyway for washing my hair. I mean, even this is a push because I can just feel, you know, when it just starts to feel a bit itchy. So I normally wash my hair every other day. So maybe one of these hairstyles would be great for me today on day 3 hair. Let's get into it. I'm going to kind of go through these also in an order that you could use. So say for day 2, you could easily do this first style for day 2, and then I'll progress on to kind of how much product we're putting in the hair as well. So day 2 hair, for example, I'm gonna do a really cute half up, half down style. So I'm going to go first of all in with my Unite Invisible Dry Shampoo. This is such a really nice lightweight shampoo. I'll show you when it comes out, but there's just no white cast or anything to this shampoo. But yeah, it's great just to give you that nice feeling of then like your hair just feels a little bit lighter and it's not like stuck to your scalp. And then you want to massage that into your scalp, and oh my god, that feels so much better already. So then I guess it depends how long your pieces are here. I've got some like medium length pieces. I'm gonna pick these out from the front. Now I'm just gonna take my fingers, my index fingers, and draw a line from like the top of my ears upwards in a diagonal kind of motion, and then this makes your kind of half pony, wherever you're putting your half pony, it puts it in the perfect position really, rather than like, I guess down here where it might look a bit saggy. You kind of want to go up on a diagonal. This is a Denman brush that I'm using here. It's going to really snatch your hair back. And then again, when you are brushing, just make sure you are brushing up in like a diagonal direction, and then this will just make your hair appear like more, your face, sorry, appear more lifted. So just keep brushing, brushing, brushing until you've got rid of all of the lumps and the bumps. Oh, and also I forgot to mention about misting hairspray onto your brush. Colour Wow cult favourite hairspray. If you can hear that noise in the background, by the way, that is my dog just trying to get comfy in her bed. My hairbrush is down here. I'm just going to spray it onto the brush. Obviously, I'm now holding my my hair up. But that just really helps to sleek the hair down and get rid of any of those like flyaways as you're brushing the hair up. I'm going in with a tiny little hairband. So small, but these are so ideal for doing these just half up styles. And I actually only need to go around twice with that little hair bubble. But that is so secure. And then I'm just going to very slowly just pinch it just to make sure it's a bit tighter. I don't want to go in too quick, so then sometimes, you know, when you can kind of then disturb the hair and you have some bits poking out. But yeah, there is my snatched half up ponytail. Next, I'm going in with the Colour Wow Root Cover Up, just to cover up any of those areas which are, yeah, that looks really quite sparse. So what I want to do now is just fill in that area. So a little really does go a long way here, and you want to make sure you're kind of going in the direction of your hair strokes. The colour I use here for my blonde hair is light brown. I'd always suggest going a shade darker than you probably think. As you can see, it doesn't come out super dark. You're only kind of pressing it on so lightly, but everyone is obviously slightly darker at their roots. And if you kind of feel like you've blobbed some, like I've gone in too heavy there, just kind of blend that in with your finger. So a lot of kind of celebrities will have this done with their hair, and then that's why everyone's hair just looks super thick and full. But yeah, it's quite a good hack really. Next, I'm going in with my KYK Hair, an Australian brand, and they sent me this. But yeah, it's a really great flyaway stick. So it's like it's almost like a clear brow gel really, but it's stronger. Wisp that on the sides, but again, make sure you're just going in the direction of the hair. And I literally just love this. Just instantly, that makes me feel like I'm kind of more done and more put together. It honestly just makes such huge difference. Just look at that. It's nice and slick and sleek. And then I'm just gonna take a little bit here and then just make sure these front pieces are also just sleek. And then here where I've got like some little baby hairs, I'm gonna pull that underneath and then just secure those down to the rest of the hair. Then what we wanna do is take a little piece of hair from our ponytail, not too much actually, let's take even less than that. We're gonna use the Chlöe spray, and then I'm gonna use that to wrap the pony around. And all this does is it's just hiding your hairband, but again, it just makes you look so much more, I guess, put together and just more done. So keep wrapping until you're right at the very end of the hair, and then just try and get the very end of the hair underneath the ponytail. You just want to take a little hair grip, pin the hair grip underneath. Now I'm going to just put a little bit of heat in my hair. To be honest, if I was in a super rush, I would maybe even just leave it like that. Like, I have no problems leaving my hair like that and just going out. We're just going to do a little bit of heat on the hair, and we're just pretending this is day 2 hair. So I'm going in with my Hair by Sam McKnight Modern Hairspray, and I'm using this one because this is actually like a multi-styling spray, and it does contain heat protection. So just spray that in throughout, a little bit on these front pieces as well. I'm going to actually get the classic wave wand, elliptical shaped one, the oval one, and I just find this so quick and easy to use, so I will tend to grab it like if I'm in a rush, and it just creates those really nice loose waves. Chunky large pieces of hair, give it a little brush through, just brush that hairspray through. Wrap your wand behind the hair, and then I quite like to kind of do this rocking motion because again it just quickly warms up the hair from root to tip and just helps you just create that bend more so in the middle. So just really loose, undone waves, but kind of just going with that natural kink that was already in my hair. So yeah, I will split this underneath section into 3 sections. One side done. See how it's similar to that, but yeah, we've just added a bit more shape up here, and I've done them all the same direction as well. And then with our ponytail, I would literally just split that into 2 and then do half of it one way, half the other. And now for the other side, you're just going to want to swap hands. And then again curl back away from the face. And I do quite like these just having a very, very small kink and being more or less straight. So I'm just gonna again not hold these on for that long and only really focus it around my eye, just to give it that like little bit of eye-opening shape. I love that. And then just a little finishing touch for this one. Grab your pony and then take a comb, and I'm just going to do a little bit of teasing behind the pony here. Looks a bit messy behind. Spray that into place, and then oh my god, look how much extra volume I've got from that. And this is our first greasy hair hairstyle. What do you think? I actually love it, guys. I kind of don't want to take it down now, but I need to because I'm going to show you some other styles. It just feels so like snatched up the top, and that's really great for kind of hiding any greasy roots that you've got. It literally took me like 15 minutes, I want to say. Sorry, I've got an itchy nose. I love it. So that's day 2. It's ideal for day 2, I'd say, where you're not too greasy, because then obviously all your roots are still down here. So let me move on to a day 3 hairstyle next. Okay, so next hairstyle, grab your comb, and then I'm just going to take my middle part in and just split it further down the middle, kind of create that center parting again. And I guess it's key with these, when you are keeping a center parting, just make it nice and neat. I don't think there's anything worse than when you do have a center parting, but it's kind of a bit messy and you've not, and it's a bit like squiggly and all over the place. And again, taking my dressing brush, and then I'm gonna mist my Colour Wow hairspray onto my dressing brush. Grab your hair in a ponytail, and we just want to keep brushing and brushing. And this time we're kind of aiming the hair just directly backwards. That is so you can still keep your center part in, and then keep it going straight back. So keep brushing and brushing, and then check in the mirror whether kind of your fronts are going in the same direction. So I can see that this side's good, and we're kind of going horizontally back. This side, it's kind of from here going a bit too up, so I just need to pull that, drag that back down again. And you can keep misting hairspray onto your brush whilst you're doing this. And also don't forget to get that underneath bit, so really grab your brush and really snatch the underneath bit. And oh my, it's just so satisfying. We're gonna take a very, very small one of these little plastic elastics. They're not great for everyday use, definitely not, but for these kind of one-off hairstyles, they're fine. And so can you see my pony is like directly backwards, and then I am gonna put my ponytail up with this. So this will need quite a few turns, and if you've got super thick hair, you might need to double up on this first one. And again, give it a little small squeeze. You don't want to do too much because then you don't want to kind of ruffle up this hair and make it look unneat again. And then I want to take Larry King, I think it's called A Social Life for Your Hair. So it's a satin finishing cream, and then this little brush as well that it came with. So I'm going to use this toothbrush end. This is like a bit more intense, and obviously it's creamier compared to like the flyaway stick that I used to start with. I'm going to pop a little bit on my hand, kind of work the product into your brush here, and then we are going to really snatch our hair back. And you can see how it kind of did look a bit white when it first goes on, but it really easily works into your hair. And then I always like to use my hand, my finger, just to really then seal that down. But products like this I love because I do have quite a few flyaways at the top. And just look at that difference between this side and then this side already. I mean, this is still quite sleek because we did have a bit of hairspray on before, but this is like the ultimate sleek. So when your hair is sufficiently snatched and sleek, then I just like to pop a little bit of oil into the ends. I always think styles like this, it's just so nice to almost just take care of your hair. You can afford to put in more oil than if your hair were down, for example. And yeah, it adds a really nice shine. So that is the Hairstyles Elixir oil, by the way, that one. Okay, and then we're going in with even more elastic bands, and that's why we wanted to do the elastic band with the first one, just so they match. And now we're just gonna do some little bubble ponytails. So you kind of wanna take your hair, well, a couple of inches down from the first ponytail, pop that, little band, and then once it's in the hair, then you just want to take that and pull it apart slightly. So I do the sides first and then do the back and the front, so then you're forming like a little, what's that word called, like a spherical shape, I guess. So that's our first little bubble braid in, and then we want to keep repeating this. And it depends how long your hair is. I think I can maybe get 3 little bubbles in my hair. Just keep going until the ends. You are gonna push it down slightly, the band, when then you come to pull it out. So to do a left and a right, and then you want to do a back and a front as well. So say if I turn it that way, you can see it's actually quite flat. So make sure you're pulling it out on all edges to make the little round bubble shape. Your last bubble, I'd say pull it out. You're probably pulling it out more so than the other bubbles a bit, because your hair's finer on the ends, but you want all of your bubbles to kind of look like they have the same thickness and fullness. And then what we're gonna do is more hairspray on the brush, shock horror, and then we are just gonna brush the ends just to make the ends look all neat and polished. And there we go, this is my second greasy hairstyle. So this is probably ideal for like day 3 hair. So you've still slicked it back with some cream, but you're kind of really caring for your hair and looking after it by popping the oil through the ends as well. But yeah, I absolutely love this little bubble braid style. So now this hairstyle, the last one, is gonna have the most amount of product in. So this would definitely be ideal for like day 4 hair. I would definitely wash my hair after this next style. And I mean, if you are not washing your hair after day 4, then what are you doing? Please go and wash it. First thing I'm gonna do is just section out my front pieces of hair. So imagine your hair is really greasy. These are definitely going back, but we just want to put these back later, and that's just so I can still keep in the little center parting at the front. So I'm just going to take 2 diagonal sections here, so it's like a little diamond. Okay, so I've just pinned these out of the way with a curvy grip just for now. We are going to be using the Matrix Controller Gel. We are gelling this hair back, baby. Okay, so I'm just applying that directly onto my hair, just in little lines. And again, using my dressing brush, gonna snatch that back and into place. Oh, and by the way, we're going high with this one. And whenever you're applying gel, you don't want to forget that underneath part of the hair, which I see a lot of people kind of forget about the underneath. You kind of only do the top bit that I guess you can see. Make sure you're getting gel on the underneath, or else it just looks dry and like you've forgotten the underneath. So pop your gel just directly onto your brush, sleek up those back bits. Keep brushing and brushing and brushing until there are literally no more little kinks in the hair. We need it super smooth, and we're getting it. At this point, the direction we're going in when we're brushing is now, yeah, on a high diagonal. So think like from your eyebrow, no, more like arch of your eyebrow, and then your recession point, and we're going like up diagonal from there. And then when you think you're about snatched and you're about there, then take a comb. So a comb is really going to ensure you're getting it like majorly snatched and there's going to be no lumps or bumps. So the brush kind of helps you get the majority way there, but then a comb, and then use the wide, thinner end of the comb, sorry, compared to the wider. Luckily this comb, I'll link it below, this has got wide and narrow, which I find is really, really handy. But you can see the difference that makes with the comb over the brush. Okay, and when we finally feel like we're there, then we're just gonna take a normal hairband this time, just make it super easy, and then pop that up. And now it's so important when you do put that one up, I don't wanna go in and tighten that one because I know it's just gonna create some lumps and bumps. Do the hairband round as tight as you can. Then for the hair in the ponytail, I'm going to use the Colour Wow Pop and Lock. This is amazing for keeping the hair hydrated because it is a serum, so it's going to hydrate, seal, but it's great at creating those kind of wet look effects to the hair. So I've done like 4 pumps of that one. And then take your wide tooth comb and just brush that product through. I'm actually going to just apply more product, and the more kind of wet it is. Section your pony into 2, so they both need to go then anti-clockwise, and then you wrap them around each other clockwise for them to stay. So this takes a little bit of like getting your brain around it, but then when you've got it, you're like, all right, okay. And I kind of wrap as I go. So wrap in one way and then the other way. If you kind of accidentally wrap them both round clockwise and then you're wrapping round each other clockwise, when you let go, say if you were to put a ponytail in that, it would just all unravel loose. And a rope braid is so cute just to kind of leave by itself. You could pop a hairband in that and leave it, But what I want to do now is just pull out some of these, where it obviously gets finer on the ends. I want to pull these out so I'm still keeping like the same thickness throughout, or else then that will affect your bun, because now we're going to twist this around and kind of pop it into a bun, and then we're going to wrap around. Find a place that works for you. I mean, I quite like that. Just keep wrapping until you can find a place where it kind of all sits nicely, and then you just want to pin it into place. And that is so secure. I've literally just put one pin in and that is not going anywhere, and I'm just using these little curvy grips. So that's literally just got 2 pins in. Front piece is out. We've still got our center part in. Neaten that up. We're gonna gel it down. You just want to take your comb, now that your gel is on, and just slick these back. But obviously we don't want to follow directly the pattern of the rest, because that is like all going directly back. We still want to keep that middle part in, and this is kind of more flattering also for those of you who do want to cover up, I guess, like these recession points. It's just a softer look, keeping these not super scraped back. And then where you've got them where you want them to sit, do one side at a time. So I'm just wrapping that around the the bum, and then just gripping that into place. Bring it round and just find somewhere we can pop that pin in and keep it secure. And as I say, it not only helps to keep that center part in, which is I guess like a key point of this look, rather than going all back. This is obviously our 3rd and final look, and this would be kind of your final hairstyle before you wash your hair. So we are going to go in and we are going to do a shine spray. This is the Colour Wow Extra Mystical Shine Spray, and we are going in. Okay, loads of shine spray on there. I'm struggling to breathe under all that, but just look at that shine. And I just think, personally for me, if I know I'm gonna wash my hair the next day, I just love doing a style like this where I can put so much product in. Honestly, feels so secure, and I've only got a few pins in there. It's so sleek and it's so snatched. But yeah, I'm just gonna wash it out the next day, so it's absolutely fine. So there we go, guys. This is my 3rd and final hairstyle. So 3 hairstyles, which are so ideal for greasy hair that needs washing. I really hope you enjoyed. Let me know if you wanna see more hairstyles like this, and maybe even some more hairstyles where you don't need to use heat on your hair. But if you love this video, please, I would love it if you could give it a big thumbs up. Comment down below anything else you wanna see, and I will be seeing you next week for another hair tutorial or just more hair care tips. Bye, guys.